This is the ultimate guide for creating a get to work map. So first step you want to do is you want to go to the GitHub for the Unity tools. The link for that will be in the description. Now you want to go to releases over here and then just download this maptools.unity package here. It won't have this exact version most likely, but this is my version. Open up Unity Hub, install it if you don't already have it. Literally just search up Unity Hub and then click on this second link, get started with Unity. After you've installed it, go over to the installs tab, install editor, and then make sure you have 6000.0.35 F1. If it's not this exact version that you have, then it just won't work. You're gonna click on new projects up here. Make sure you have the specific version selected. And then make sure you select Universal 3D, not High Definition 3D. Just call it whatever you want, and then put it wherever you want. This project will take up at least a few gigabytes, so just keep that in mind. And then just create it. The loading process will take a couple minutes at least. In some cases it can take a while. Just wait a little bit, be patient. Once you load into your project, you should have something like this. I'm just going to remove the README assets because they're really not needed. Alright, now all you want to do is just drag in the map tools. Make sure you drag it into the empty space, not any of these folders. You'll get this pop-up window, make sure you click on import, nothing else. Okay, so now you're in, you can now clear the console if you really want to. Go to your get to work tools, map tools, testing, templates in. So from here, you can literally go get to work tools, map tools, and then build asset bundles. Please note, this will take a while. Once it's done, this might happen. Go into your assets folder. Go to your assets bundle folder. In there, you'll see a map.g2w map. Right click the empty space, click on show in explorer, and then double click the assets bundle folder. And then you'll find the G2W map. What you want to do from here, you're going to go to your Steam, manage, browse local files, and then you should have a folder called user data if you have MelonLoader. If you don't have a maps folder inside your user data, make sure you run the custom maps mod at least once. Open up the user data folder, double click on maps, and then drag the map.g2w and also the map.txt. Now launch up your game. When you load in, you should have a button in the top left that says load custom map. Click it. It will take a minute to load. And it works fine. Anyway, that's probably a me issue. I'm going to show you how to actually make your own map instead of just a template one. Okay, so I'm going to reload the project because, you know, the whole lighting thing. Alright, so back in the project, I'm just gonna make a new scene. I'm gonna call it map or something, I don't know. Alright, so from here you wanna make sure your light is set to real time Baked currently does not work right now. It just does not work. Okay, so you have to use real time. Then map tools actually utilizes a tool called ProBuilder, which is very useful for making your own maps, and it's in fact what GetWork used to make its map. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that real quick. Alright, so I just realized there's multiple ways to install it. I actually just forgot. Basically, you can just go up here to GetWork tools, map tools, and then just click on install ProBuilder. It will do the exact same thing that doing this does, just a lot less time. So you go Window, Package Manager, Unity Registry, and then search up in here ProBuilder, and then you click install. Now ProBuilder has been installed. You can now see this little cube in the bottom here. You can left click and hold, and you can change what type of thing you want to make. For example, I want to make an arch, and in this case it's going to be a half pipe. I'm going to click on grid snap up here, make sure this number is set to 1. I'm going to click on this to make it centered at that, and then I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it about that tall, make it a bit more thick, flip it. Now you'll notice you have these blue handles here. You drag them down, like increase. You can also make the sides more, a bit more side. I'm gonna do something like 14. I think looks good. It's more smooth. You can also make it longer if you want. And what you also can do, that I also really recommend you do, is use the custom lit shader that I made. So I'm gonna go to mesh renderer, click on this little clock, and then search up lit. Now it should be the second one from the top. So if you click on this, okay, click on this over here, I'm gonna copy this and then paste it in here, and then also drag it on. So now I can change a lot about it, such as its texture, I guess, how much tiling it has, the normal, so how much light will bounce off of it and such. You can also just have no normal to make it. You also have options for colors. So you have shadow color, which is obviously the backside of a material. You can make literally any color. And then you got the diffuse, which is the standard color. So I can make the grid red. I can make it a sort of yellowish, orange. I think I'm gonna do. In fact, I'm gonna make it kind of stylized. So I'm gonna do like a pinkish kind of thing like this. And I think that looks pretty good. I mean, you can make some really cool stuff with this. We need to add some necessary things before we actually get to exporting it. Get to our tools, map tools, and then click on map tools. This will bring up a window like this. And you can dock this anywhere. I'm gonna dock it over here. And then you'll notice you have this like gizmos here that you can drag around. You know, this is a respawn trigger gizmos, and this is spawn point. So if you're on a spawn point, you just move it. For example, if I want it like here or something, that look good. Does that look good? No, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it a bit forward, and then I'm gonna create it, and then it will spawn one there. Make another one over here. Create it, and it'll make a huge one. But if this isn't big enough for you, you can always, it just goes back to inspector and increase the size and scale over here. I'll make it 500 by 500. Don't overkill, but once you're finished with your map, you can go ahead, click on map over here, asset bundle, map, DTW map. Once you do this, you want to make sure you go back to your get to work tools folder, map tools, tests, and then you uncheck this from these. So once I'm happy with my map, I can go ahead, go to get to work tools, map tools, and then build asset bundles. Alright, so my map is done. It didn't take too long. Alright, so right click, show an explorer, asset bundles, and then do the exact same thing you did before. Alright, now you can load up your game. Should see the button in the top left. The Discord overlay does sometimes cover it though, so just beware of that. And there you go. Now you're in the game, and everything works fine. So I can jump off the edge here, and I'll respawn back at one of the respawn points. Pretty fun half pipe here. Also, as you can see, the shader worked exactly how it should have. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. Hope you now know how to make a map.
Now this ain't FTX, you can't lock me up, cause I keep my bank man free. Swear it wasn't fraud.